PMac back for another PMacMovies haul video. I'm probably going to have two haul videos because this weekend, because this is a unboxing video. We have a box here. We have a nice big old package from Warner Archive. So Warner Archive had a sale. I think it was last week. Was it last weekend? I don't know. It gets confusing. But they had a sale here within the last week or two. And it was 4 for $44, but there was also a 20% off discount, free shipping if you spent $150, and 7% cash back from Top Cash Back. So this was my first order. I already received and showed off my first order last week. So it must have been 2 weeks ago that I ordered this then. Time flies. But we got Bumblebee here. Bzzz. He's going to open the package up. And this is an interesting way that they did it here, because you could feel things moving around, and it's like the box is kind of bent right here, so hopefully there's no damage from like the items being crammed in. Cramming up your cram hole, the floor. You know what that's from? Cram it up your cram hole, the floor. Okay, we do have some like paper at the top, but man, that's not really much padding. Anyway, let's hope that this is all in good condition. Let's take a look at what we got. Now, let me talk about Warner Archive a little bit too. I don't have a ton of Warner Archive movies because there's not necessarily a ton that I want. You know, they got a lot of classic stuff. Some of it I'm fine with DVDs and stuff, which I do have some of them on DVDs. A lot of movies that I'm just not necessarily too interested in. Not interested in paying, you know, the $11. This ended up being cheaper. These ended up being 9 something. So I splurged more because they were, you know, they were quite a bit cheaper with that 20% off and the 7% cash back. So I did splurge a little bit. There was still a lot that I passed on though. But I watched some like private detective kind of noir movies there recently, and I really liked those. So there was some of those type of movies that I wouldn't have been interested in the past, but now I am. There was a bunch of stuff that if I didn't already have the DVD of it, I would have bought it, but I did, so I passed on a lot of those. There are a few things I think that I have on DVD that I bought, but let's take a look and I'll talk about each little item. Firstly, this is a newer one, I think. Oh, there's something loose in there. It is the Curse of Frankenstein. This is a 2-disc set. 2-disc special edition. 83 minutes. It's got Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. Looks like it's got some different versions of it and special features. And I'm going to open this because something's loose in there, I think. So I just want to check on that real quick here. It's going to bother me the rest of the video. Usually, you know, if Blu-rays are loose, they're in good shape still. It's definitely loose. It's got a little scratchy there. We're off to a bad start. Yeah, there's a couple little scratches on it. Nothing too bad, it looks like. I don't know, I'll have to inspect the disc a little bit more, but it doesn't look like anything that's too serious. Possibly some little scuffs though. Well, that's kind of annoying. This is a brand new one. This one just came out. So that is disc 2 is the one that was loose. Disc 1 looks fine. Sometimes they have just little issues like that there, but what can you do? I am that second disc. I think it's probably fine. It's just got a couple little tiny things on it. I'll have to wipe it off after and take a look. I don't want to take too much time with the video. So, The Curse of Frankenstein with Peter Cushing. Peter Cushing must be more of a main actor in it than Christopher Lee, it looks like. What year is this from? 1957. Hammer had so many of these type of movies, like the Frankensteins and the Draculas and all that. This is another newer one that I was interested in. I like this old sci-fi stuff, and I believe this is actually 2 sci-fi pilots that they did for possible TV shows. It is Genesis 2 and Planet Earth, a two film set. Planet Earth is a Gene Roddenberry one, created by Gene Roddenberry. John Saxon's in it. And Genesis 2 is written and produced by Gene Roddenberry. So, a couple interesting little items here. These are things that I'm assuming these were on DVD before. Yeah, I don't know too much about them. Looks like it might be kind of some, Star Trek type of stuff. Obviously Gene Roddenberry, and it looks like it's kind of, cheesy type of stuff. But these were put out in like the early to mid 70s. So I like that kind of sci-fi stuff, so I snagged those. This was one that was kind of not necessarily at the top of my list, but I read some good things about it and decided to go ahead and snag it up. It is Errol Flynn in the Seahawk here. Looks like kind of a fun adventure type movie. So I went ahead and snagged this one up from 1940, 127 minutes. Ones that I wouldn't necessarily get before, but because the price was so good, snag them up. It looks like a fun one. I do have this one on DVD. Now, when I was ordering these, I kind of was like, I was in a hurry because I knew that 20% off code was going to be gone. So there's a few that if I realized I had them on DVD, I might not have gotten them. But one of those is Dark Passage here, starring Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. I believe I have this on a Lauren Bacall set. And I think I got like 2 Humphrey Bogart movies out of this. And one of them, the DVD is like a flipper disc. That one I'd be fine getting on Blu-ray. The one that had its own DVD, I probably would have just stuck with the DVD, but what can you do? I had to make decisions. This was one that I actually wasn't interested in, and then I kind of looked into it, and it actually sounded like it was pretty good. 3 hours here. The Blue Knight here. This is 188 minutes, starring William Holden. It's like he plays a cop in this. Also starring Sam Elliott, Ann Archer. And yeah, this was one I really wasn't that interested in. I think I saw somebody else bought it, and I was like, yeah, I'll look into that a little bit. And it actually was considered to be pretty good, so I went ahead and snagged it. Up next, I believe this is another like private detective one. Yeah, this is another one with Philip Marlowe, which I'm really liking these Philip Marlowe movies that I've seen. It is Murder My Sweet here on Blu-ray. I don't think I have the DVD of this. Again, if I had the DVD of it, I probably wouldn't have got it, but I'm pretty sure that I do not. I like these kind of private detective mystery things. This is from 1945. It looks like it was released on Blu-ray in 2015. So glad to be able to get that one for a really good deal. What else do we got here? This was kind of an interesting sci-fi looking one. I'm sure I've passed on it before, but decided to go ahead and get it this time. It is Looker, which is directed by Michael Crichton, written and directed by Michael Crichton, starring Albert Finney and James Coburn here. So this one sounds like it could be kind of a fun thriller type of thing. Sounded like kind of a, I don't know, like a Twilight Zone-y type of thing. 93 minutes. Went ahead and snagged that one up. What else we got in here? We got Aubrey Hepburn in Wait Until Dark. This is one I kind of remember when it was coming out, and I think people were interested in it. Let me just open this up. I can't tell if the front of it's messed up or not. It looks okay. But Wait Until Dark. So this is kind of, is this like a horror type, or is it like a more of a thriller? It says Wait Until Dark belongs to the screen's most memorable thrillers. Alan Arkin, Richard Crenna. 108 minutes from 1967. Looks like a good one. Glad to get that one for a very affordable price. We got another Humphrey Bogart one. Again, I do have this on DVD. But this is another private detective one, and it is Philip Marlowe again. So I definitely wanted this one. The Big Sleep here. The Big Sleep. 114 minutes from 1946. And the Blu-ray was put out, it looks like, in 2016. So this is one that I was definitely interested in. Glad to get that. What else we got in here? What else we got in here, folks? This is one that was kind of on my radar for a while also, but I just always passed on it until I got a deal that I just couldn't refuse. It is a Coen Brothers movie called The Hudsucker Proxy, starring Tim Robbins, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and Paul Newman. I'm not a huge Coen Brothers fan, but I do try to get most of their movies. I think I do have most of them. I don't really have too much to say about it. I didn't really realize Paul Newman's in it, so this should be a pretty good one. Tim Robbins is usually pretty good. He had a time there where he was solid. Up next, this was one that I was really excited to get here, and it looks like the artwork on it got a little damaged, but it is Robert Mitchum in Out of the Past. 97 minutes. I was excited to get this one, a little film noir with Robert Mitchum, and he plays a detective in this one also. Don't you hate it when they put the artwork like too low in here, and it gets that sort of thing, that little damage sort of thing? That's really annoying, especially since this was like one of the movies that I wanted the most out of this whole sale, but hopefully I can kind of just fix that up because it looks kind of crappy there at the bottom like that. What can you do? This one I got mostly because it's a Fritz Lang movie. It is While the City Sleeps. Who will crack the case of the lipstick killer? It looks like Fritz Lang, Fritz Lang had some really good famous movies that are supposed to be just, excellent and wonderful, and then he's got some kind of like crappy stuff. This one looked like it was kind of in between, not necessarily great, pretty average sort of thing. This one I also do have on DVD, but I decided to go ahead and get the Blu-ray of it. I thought it sounded like a pretty good movie. It is Wolf in here, starring Albert Finney. This is 114 minutes. A shocker and a chiller of rare force, a seizing entertainment. Directed by Michael Wadlow. So this is like a werewolf sort of thing, right? Wolfen. Never seen it. Then we got another old one. Is this another private detective one? Maybe this one just might be a noir. I don't know I don't think it's a private detective one. Maybe more of a thriller. It is Gaslight here, starring Charles Boyer, Ingrid Bergman, and Joseph Cotton from 1940. So there's a 1944 version, which is a lot longer than the 1940 version. So that's interesting. I'm not sure what the differences are. Interesting. It says original 1940 British version. In 1946 Lux Radio Theater broadcast. Yeah, I'm not sure what the differences are here with this. Interesting. But glad to get that one. I think this one is kind of like a somewhat recent one too, 2019. Good, scary fun all the way, it says. And then we have a little Western here. I believe this is a Western. The Ballad of Cable Hogue. I got this because it is a Sam Peckinpah movie, produced and directed by Sam Peckinpah. So I went ahead and grabbed this one. 121 minutes. It's 1908. The West has changed. Grizzled frontiersman Cable Hogue, played by Jason Robards, hasn't. After the violence of the Wild Bunch, director Sam Peckinpah shifted moods with his memorable fable, less a tale of revenge than it is a lyrical, touching tribute to the last days of the West's pioneering spirit. Interesting one there. What else do we got left here? I still got a few left. 3. I got a little Clint Eastwood. This one was on my radar for a while. And I passed on it because I didn't have much else to get. But now I have pulled the trigger and purchased Clint Eastwood and Bronco Billy. This is one that I do have on DVD. I do want to get all Clint Eastwood's movies on Blu-ray. And I'm not sure that there's many that are out on Blu-ray that I don't have. I have a few Clint Eastwood box sets and things like that. So I have most of his. Up next, we have another Robert Mitchum. I forgot that I got another Robert Mitchum movie. We got Home from the Hill. I really don't remember much about this one. 150 minutes from 1959. Robert Mitchum gives one of his greatest performances as Wade. And Vincent Minnelli directs this sprawling, emotionally volatile tale of an epic clash between generations. In early roles, George Peppard and George Hamilton co-star as Wade's sons, determined to be their own men, yet in danger of repeating their father's life-crippling legacy of lust and violence. Sounds pretty intense. From 1959, Home from the Hill. That looks like a good one. And then this is another one that I think just came out. Let's see, from 2020, this release came out. The movie's from 1990, and it is Reversal of Fortune here. Jeremy Irons, Glenn Close, Ron Silver. And it sounded like a pretty good kind of drama, maybe thriller, I don't know. It says, did European aristocrat Klaus von Bülow, played by Jeremy Irons, try to murder his wife, Sunny, at their luxurious Newport mansion in 1980? Tabloids of the day had their opinions. You have one thing in your favor, defense attorney Alan Dershowitz told von Bülow. Everybody hates you. So, is this based on, like, true events or something? Reversal of Fortune is the acclaimed filmization of events that had all of America talking. For his precise portrait of icy brittleness, Irons won the Best Actor Academy Award as well as the Los Angeles and National Society of Film Critics Awards. Think you know the truth until you watch. You have no idea. Oh, this is going to tell us the truth about what happened. Right. But that's everything. A really nice haul on PMacMovies. Excited to get a lot of these. We got a little bit of everything. We got a little bit of horror. We got a little bit of noir. We got some western. We got some, I don't know, a little bit of thriller. We got a lot of stuff in there. We got some cool stuff. So that's it. I do have another haul video I'll probably make tomorrow. Not going to be a huge one, but I got another Kino Lorber sale haul, and then I got another package from somebody on Instagram. So we'll take a look at that probably tomorrow. If you enjoy PMac Movies, take a look in the description for ways that you can help out the channel. I enjoy hearing from you guys in the comments. Let me know about any of my snags that I got here today. Let me know what you snagged up from Warner Archive. And we will see you next time on PMac Movies.